So, last class onwards, last two classes we have discussed about the different ways. Okay, so how power and energy strategy. Suppose if you want to have a very good hybrid electrical vehicle configuration, so in that hybrid electrical vehicle configuration also, after the design, after the manufacturing is done, how to maintain, how to manage the power and energy that are required, because the vehicle has to be face all situations of driving. So not only the driving pattern, apart from that, a different instant different power requirement also will be there. So including that, there will be a regenerative braking that in turn will fed back the power to the source. So these two operation has to be taken care. So regenerative braking on operation and a normal operation. During the normal operation also, the power variation will be very very wide. So in case of a hybrid electrical vehicle configuration, how to engage uh, that power and energy management? Because one end we are very much interested in fuel economy. In another end, the state of charge of the battery is a very important. I have to taken care about that always, because the state of charge will be always going to be decreasing. So whenever I'm using the vehicle, it is always going to be decreasing. So up to a safer region, say for example, 20%, 25%, so we can only able to completely make it as a discharging one. And afterwards, I should always keep in charging. So while discharging itself, there is a possibility of during the regenerative braking, there may be a possibility of charging our battery with a huge current with specified rated charging voltage. So this is how the entire process has to be taken care. So this is normally we cannot do, because normal operations, normal internal combustion engine vehicle, conventional vehicles, there is no need of any kind of special purpose of this type of strategy, because once the fuel tank is filled, automatically whatever may be the type of internal combustion engine, whether it's two stroke or four stroke, accordingly the mechanism will be there. So automatically the entire remaining is completely under the control of driver only. So there is until the fuel is coming to a reserved position or below certain level, so fuel is keep on going to be injected into the engine. So in that only we have realized modernization. So fuel injection method, microprocessor based, microcontroller based, some modern methods of fuel injection by which we have realized a very good performance of the engine. But now, so the problem comes, so we have to be definitely switch over to a electrical vehicle or hybrid electrical vehicle configurations, because of the fossil fuels are depleting, and very importantly, it is giving a uh, liberating, okay, CO2 emission. Okay, so CO2 emission and carbon monoxide and other poisonous gases, greenhouse gases, and all. So they are liberating. So it is absolutely, it is a dangerous one. All the developed countries urging the developing countries to cut down their CO2 emission, especially to the India and China. So as a remedial measures, steps taken. Okay, so I already we know that FAME is there. That is fast adapting of manufacturing of electrical vehicle. So that already we have decided by the year 2030. So within 10 years, by the year 2030. So out of 100 percentage vehicle we are selling, so 30 percentage of vehicle should be 35 percentage of vehicle should be from the electrical vehicle side. So in the year 2045, so almost 50 percentage of the vehicle should be in the market. It should be electrical vehicle. So with such a huge task, if you want to proceed that, so there should be a, it should attract whatever the technology. Okay, so there should be a transition. That transition also towards to the higher end technology. So the technology should assure that, so not only these type of objectives met, and also it should convene the customer, that is those who are using, okay, vehicles and all. So they should voluntarily come, because in other end, So every year, day by day, every month, new variety of models are coming with the internal combustion engine also. So if you see that now, so if in a, say once in a 6 months or once in a year, if any popular manufacturing companies, they are releasing electrical vehicle, means every month the competitors, that is competitors nothing but the same company itself, they are releasing a new variant of petrol or diesel variants. Okay, so this is a challenge as well. So because the demand is there, such a huge demand is there, there is no any huge demand for these type of electrical vehicles. That sort of a thing should be changed, means there should be a change in the technology also. So in order to, after after the designing, after manufacturing of this vehicle, will be getting popular only if it's assured that whatever may be the assured performance it is performing. Suppose if you are saying that within a charge, within a charge it is capable of going 400, 500 kilometers without any intermittent charge. So that sort of things they are expecting, because like once the fuel tank is filled, so that vehicle can capable of going up to 500 kilometers. So there is no in between stopping and all. There is no in between fuel filling and all. So the same way people are expecting. So that can be accomplished only if a proper power and energy management strategies implemented. So that is the reason why we have seen that when we are searching for a solution, it's identified that better than this type of other engineering problems. Okay, so where we are strongly believing that going for a conventional solution method. So here we are going for a smart solution techniques, smart computing techniques, especially among the smart computing techniques. So fuzzy logic stands first because it is supporting, very much supporting immediate action and immediate always monitoring of parameters. So the fuzzy logic controllers or fuzzy logic stands first next to that the genetic algorithm. Okay, so likewise other algorithms also is there. So mainly they are using. So why it is very much used, means it is having a rule based. It is having a very important structure. Okay, so rule based system. So I can decide. If need, I can modify the rules also, or otherwise I can provide all the possible rules. Okay, so because if we want to very effectively manage these type of power and energy, so definitely we have to go for a proper management. That management should be based on a rules only. Okay, if the situation like this arise, then we have to do like this. So there is no any other second thoughts. So if the situation arise, if the changes in the parameters, in particular parameters is towards this direction, then automatically we do. So such a things is highly possible, or we can very easily implement using fuzzy logic controllers only. So that is the reason why we have seen and all rule based system and etc. So I told some we have to solve some problems also. That is especially so. Even though uh, many other soft computing techniques also is existing, there is no need because you are all non-electrical students. So the only aware about that how it is really solving the need. Suppose I we have shown, I have given, I will share that. Suppose if it is a problem, if it is a situation, so how to solve that? Likewise, suddenly the next moment, because of the regenerative braking, this SOC may go 62 percentage, but whereas the vehicle speed will be coming down. Okay, so will be drastically coming down. Vehicle demand power may be zero because of the regenerative braking operation. What sort of action the fuzzy rules should take? So the next moment, suddenly the vehicle has speed has to be keep on increasing. So the vehicle demand power may be very high. At that time, how to use whatever may be the regenerative braking power that is stored in either in battery or in ultra capacitor, how to retrieve it back and make use of that. So every second there is a need of monitoring and as well as management. Not only monitoring as well as management. This is can be accomplished very much and effectively by a physiologic system, because already informed when I am introduced the physical system, we should know there is a two different logic is working out. That is, one is tools knowledge and another one is domain knowledge. The tools knowledge is nothing but how good you are in the fuzzy logic. So, say for example, if I provided you the set of rules, okay, so how to make it as a fuzzy table, fuzzy rule table. Then after that, how to make it classification. So fuzzy reasoning, defuzzification. So all these tools knowledge, like how good you are writing in any programming, whether C or C++, Java, .NET, whatever it may be. So such a thing, how good in you are writing in programming. That alone is not enough. But as far as this system is concerned, we need a domain knowledge also, because domain knowledge only is capable of creating as many as possible rules. Okay, so if we are not knowing the system, so how the power flow analysis, how the really powertrain working in a series parallel hybrid configuration or complex hybrid combination, if you are not sure about those things, then automatically there will be a lacuna in case of deciding the rules. Okay, if you are not properly decide the rules, or if you are weak in designing the rules, automatically, even though you are very good in tools knowledge, that may not work out, and as a result of that, as a consequences of that, we cannot come out with a very good fuzzy logic system. So that is implementation part. So to be a better implementation, so you should have a both tools knowledge as well as domain knowledge. So that is what we are expecting. Okay, so as far as a non-electrical student is concerned, aware about this. Okay, these are all the things are implementing. These are all things are existing, as in the case of power and energy management. Okay, of any electrical vehicle or hybrid electrical configuration. So that make you an interest. Suppose if you are further interested in those things, obviously we can able to select them as a your project work also, because very importantly nowadays in engineering, especially in the engineering discipline, people are expecting interdisciplinary projects. Interdisciplinary project in the sense, you may be of mechanical engineering, you may be of automobile, you may be of mining, you may be of so how you are going to interrelate your own discipline with this type of, and it is giving a better opportunity. Say for example, as I already told, food processing technology students also is there. So in the food processing technology, so we are talking about only the how to process the food and preserve them, okay, and for keep it fresh for a long time. So even though after harvesting, until it is going to a market and reach the final people, final beneficiary. Okay, so until that, how to do that, how effectively, how can you extend the okay life period, how we can prevent the rotten. Okay, so a lot of things are there. So in that case, how we can able to use, suppose any waste, okay, waste food materials and all, okay, how we can able to use and generate gas, and that gas can be used for these type of hybrid electrical vehicles. So internal combustion engine vehicle means is a, generally we are gasoline engine only. So because even though we are using fuel, we are forcibly making with the air mixture and all, it's a gas only. Okay, it's a, so with the mixture of air only with this proper proportion, we are burning them in the internal combustion. So such a way, whether it is possible to use any kind of this type of waste, okay, food materials, okay, as a solution to this problem. Okay, so because every house we are wasting certain amount of daily, even though we are very much careful and we are very much considering and we are implementing certain amount of food grains and food materials. Okay, so after them cooked and all will be wasted only. So how we can able to convert them or producing a useful purpose, like that, producing a gas, okay, along with the electrical vehicle. Okay, likewise naval architecture and offshore engineering students means, so how that's some of the concept that is used in naval architecture can be utilized in designing, okay, any hybrid electrical vehicle configuration, especially the coefficient. Okay, so aerodynamic, aerodynamic coefficient. So we are used to it is advisable to have around zero point 0.2. Okay, so how we can very effectively, so because in what we are having in the shipping industry or naval architecture, so it is limitless. If it is worthful, or if it is really converted to a worthful one, we can able to realize them in terms of designing the aerodynamics resistance. Okay, aerodynamics coefficient of aerodynamics also can be bring, in the air. It is now in aerodynamics in the planes how we can able to implement. Likewise, a lot of other mechanism also, as I already told and pointed out, even though that was not a subject. Okay, but practically many places in India has nowadays started. So a lot of startup companies, a lot of opportunities also is there. There is nothing but retrofitting technology. People are talking about hybrid electrical vehicle and electrical vehicle. So nowhere the people are talking about the retrofitting technology. Like country, India like country, because already people are they are having, okay, so four wheelers and two wheelers, each house at least one or two. Okay, so it is the situation. So now at least some 50 percentage or 40 percentage of the houses it is having. So now if you are advising them to move to transition to electrical vehicle, hybrid vehicle, they won't listen, because already they are not, they are having a vehicle which is having still having a valid life period. They may be in the mid of the life period of any vehicle. Okay, so but we can advise them to go convert. Okay, conversion. Okay, portion of the power or portion of the propulsion power can be converted to electrical power. So such a way we can very easily convince the people. So that is the reason why retrofitting is very successful in India, especially if you go Bangalore and other things. Within a 1 lakh rupee. Okay, having a 1 lakh rupee. Suppose if you're having a 20,000, 25,000 rupees, how they are making a gasket? They converted a petrol engine, the same engine, so that can be run with a gasoline, a gas engine also. How with the endorsement and all they are doing. Same way with the 1 lakh rupee. So they are able to convert your Maruti 800 or Alto 800 vehicle to a electrical vehicle. Okay, only thing is some additional accessories and other things will be there. Definitely, they will keep your engine, but the requirement of power will be limited to some 30-40 percentage only. Remaining 60 percentage they will adapt. They will incorporate some motor, some other battery arrangement. So these vehicles are having inside that some spaces are there. Some spaces are there. So without modifying the chassis and without modifying the existing space and without sacrificing the existing space. Okay, that is for the passenger and commuters and drivers. So without sacrificing on those things, they can able to very well successfully. They can able to convert it to electrical vehicle. So obviously, fuel economy will be there, and obviously with a less charge per day. Okay, so they can able to travel. Okay, with a less fare. Okay, they are not contributing to the cut down of the emission. Okay, CO2 emission and all. So they are also gaining some amount. So by that, if you calculate the payback period, so suppose, as I already told, as an example of Maruti 800 or Alto like vehicle, okay, some nano cars and all. So with the payback period of 2 to 3 years, okay, 2 to 3 years. So after 3 years, whatever will be implemented electric vehicle kit or hybrid electrical configuration kits, they are going to give you a profit. Okay, after 2 3 years, they are going to give you a profit. So you'll be having a life period of 10 to 15 years. So once it is start mushrooming, once it is get famous, automatically what will happen? So many manufacturing industries of those accessories also will emerge. So that will be giving a opportunity for engineers. So as a engineering students, okay, as a engineering students, we don't have any limited opportunity, endless opportunity, unlimited opportunities. So if you are thinking properly in that direction, so there is a huge amount of possibilities of exploring these things that you can start very well with a project work, especially with the project work. That is the purpose why these type of open electric courses or electric courses are introduced, because you can gain some ideas apart from the knowledge, apart from the record skill. If you need okay, you can gain some knowledge, especially that will give you some idea about the doing the project work, especially interdisciplinary project work. That is a very lacuna. So whoever going to coming out of any engineering institution, if they are chemical engineering students, if you are asked the project, that is purely chemical engineering. If they ask about the project of naval architecture and offshore engineering students, purely naval architecture and offshore. Mining, petroleum, likewise. So why don't we explore our possibilities to interdisciplinary engineering? That is the very high demand of this hour. Okay, because now nowhere it is any exclusively any problem that is existing unsolved. Okay, so it is purely a single disciplinary engineering problem. Okay, it is a multidisciplinary or interdisciplinary problems only. So if you start exploring your project work like you can able to shine in that also in that field. People will be attracted wherever you go. You can very well. It shows that you are having some knowledge on in-depth knowledge on other specialization too. Because of that, you have done successfully a project. So I am expecting at least because we are in the fifth unit. Okay, in the completion of syllabus, I am expecting at least one or two students, one or two batches of students should come out with that type of problems. Because if you search for project work, okay, you get repeatedly same work in your specialization. If your vision or if your scope is limited to your specialization only means you will have a repeated problems only. So what are the things a project work some 2 3 years back, that only you are going to repeat. Okay, so maybe with small modifications, slight modification. Instead of that, you search problem which can be a given solution by a interdisciplinary concept. So interdisciplinary project is very much demanded. That is the purpose why we are going for these ones. So in order to introduce that type of thoughts in your mind, in order to induce such a kind of concepts in your mind. So here it is completely we are going to compare. So comparing the existing variants, starting from the low speed vehicle. We will usually call it as LSV, low speed vehicles, to up to higher end, okay, high speed vehicle, which is using either electrical energy directly or from the energy storage system like a battery fuel cell along with the ultra capacitors and these type of assisting, okay, power assisting or energy assisting components. Okay, so here in elaborate manner already we have discussed about the Frigo Hawk electrical cycle. So why it is called electric cycle? So it needs some pedal assist. Okay, so it can work with a pure power. Sometimes we need to pedal assist. Okay, so and also a very limited power of up to 250 watts motor is enough. Okay, so these are all the advantages and etc. Because very it is very much suited rural area. Because if you see that averagely the people may not commute or they may not travel more than 15 kilometers per day. Suppose if you take an urban area or city area, averagely each person may go around some 40 kilometer daily. Okay, so very rarely only for long distance. So I omit the concept of long distance travel or people traveling long distances. That's not the people in urban. So day-to-day activities. Every day they have to go to office and come back and etc. In urban area, it may be long, maybe having taking 1 hour or 2 hours. Okay, may go around 40 kilometers. But if you see the rural areas and suburban, okay, suburban areas, there people are limited to 10 to 15 kilometers only. So for such a things, if you are going with a electrical vehicle with a huge power capacity, high horsepower and all, it's not needed. So now you can able to see after the corona pandemic, if you see all foreign countries also, so not only because of the slowdown and poor economic reasons and all, so in other reasons also for health and other reasons, in order to minimize the pollution and etc., people started using more this type of thing. They are not simply converted to a mere cycle. So instead of that, they go for this type of electrical cycle. So there they can do some pedal assist. Apart from that, remaining okay propulsion power required can be produced. Okay, electricity. So this is a very important concept. So now I think maybe in India like country also it's going to come. Okay. So next we are going to see. Okay. Next one, especially so in the next variant we are going to see. So after the particular low speed vehicle, this is also a low speed vehicle, but it is exclusively is created for shopping. Okay, shopping carriage for the infirm. Okay, so usually with a length of 1.19 meter because one area of application in the demographics of all countries indicates that it must be steadily grow for a foreseeable future. Okay, that is mobility aid for elderly and infra. Okay, that is the reason why this type of vehicles are not generated. The vehicles we are talking about here, okay, it is a carriage. Okay, carriage for those who can able to take a few steps but need help from the technology to retain their independence. So especially for elderly people. Okay, so there are a wide range of such a class vehicles from small to three-wheelers, small three-wheelers to large vehicles, which climbed about a range about 40 miles. That is approximately 64 kilometer. Okay, so and tougher wheels for people who need to get about okay, so country lanes. If you see that the width and height is very limited. Okay, length is only high. So with a weight of 65 kg, okay, the 65 kg and 85 kg with a battery. That is battery with a 20 kg battery. So battery is up to a 12 volt one. Okay, so with a 28 ampere hour. Earlier we have seen that in for electrical cycle, if it need only 10 ampere hour, it is because it is going to be assisted, pedal assisted. But here it is completely is going to be electrical only, but low speed vehicle. Okay, so it is mainly rear wheel drive with the one motor. Okay, so maximum speed is 6 kilometer per hour only. Okay, and 2 kilometer per hour in reverse. Okay, so mainly importantly, incline angle is 10 degree only. It can with a charge up to 30 kilometer it can go. This is the second type of low speed vehicle, electrical vehicle. So that is available in this world. So the second category. So what is the advantage of if you see that is it is completely environmentally friendly. Suppose instead of that, if you want to realize them is a small car like that which can be drive by a one person, okay, automatically huge amount of pollution will be there. So instead of that, it will be environmental free mode of transport for short trips, especially commuting and shopping. Okay, shopping and all. So if you see that foreign countries and all, and especially nowadays in our railway platforms also. So almost all the major cities junctions. So railway junctions, they are all enabled with these type of low speed vehicles, especially this type of carriages. Okay, so carriage, shopping carriage, or any dropping passenger dropping carriage. So it is exclusively to make them. Okay, so take them to a platform, from platform to the outside of the particular junction and all. It is almost limited. You see that it is completely an electrical vehicle, low speed electrical vehicle, no need of high speed. The purpose is to make them commit them to the from the platform to outside from or outside to platform, take them to platform, okay, to accommodate into a particular train. And likewise, these vehicles are particularly targeted and fairly active retired people who still want to go about to see their friends and all. So in foreign countries, it is very much popular this type of vehicles because they don't want to be very much hurry into go to places, but at the same time, so it should be an environmentally free and very easy to operate. Okay, so and such a thing, it is very much popular. Okay, so the demographics of most Western countries are show that still I doubt that the market for this type of vehicle will grow steadily. Okay, so still it has to go very long distance, but it's a very useful vehicle type. And another one, very importantly, low speed electrical vehicle. Okay, which is a little bit. little bit with occupying 1 or 2%, 1 or 2% additionally. So with speed, acceleration speed, okay, acceleration speed, and as well as kilometer, so slightly more. Okay, so that is another one type of low speed electrical vehicle. Okay, this is called bat. This is called this also comes under low speed electrical vehicle only, but it is gaining much popularity. I think even in India, even India, if you see that some of the places people are start using this type of vehicles. Okay, so those who are very much interested about the fuel economy and they're concerned about the pollution and all, the people are start using. The rest of the people they don't know because we are all using higher variant and other variant. Okay, good performing, but those are vehicles run by internal combustion engine. So everybody is contributing. Unknowingly, we are contributing much damage to the environment. So this is type of car is called PGOT. Okay, PGOT, PGOT 106. PGOT 106. So this always been a very active in electric vehicles and work with the vans as well as the car. So this is a model of PGOT 106. Okay, so automatically if you see that length 3075 millimeter, width is 1400 millimeter, height also. So it is comfortable. So everything is designed properly. So ordinary up to 5.5 feet height people can very easily can enter and leave. Okay, and also if you see the curb weight of that also 560 kg, payload is only 360 kg. Okay, and ground clearance also is there. So very easily with this low speed electrical vehicle, we can go up to within a 6 seconds. It is capable of reaching 40 kilometers per hour acceleration, and hill climbing capability also is there. So that means it is percentage 21%. Okay, so with a slow speed, it is capable of going in the hills area also. So always downhill will be no problem. Uphill movement. Okay, so with the 21 percentage of that we can able to go ahead. So with the range, okay, so one time if you are charging means automatically with that we can go up to 64 kilometers. This is the next type of range. Okay, so this name is called Peugeot. Peugeot. Okay, PEUGU, sorry, GCOT. Okay, so this vehicle is called PUGEOT. PEUGEOT. Okay, so this type of electrical vehicle, this is a PGR 106 variant. Okay, and especially this is undoubtedly a trade-off of cost against the range vehicle. Okay, this so why I am taking this type of because as far as the syllabus, the different electrical variant cars and comparison they are given. So why I specifically taken is that these are all the successful models in Western countries. Nowadays, people are start using. Okay, so because whenever we see any foreign and all cars and all, we can immediately what will come in it is Audi and other. Okay, so cars only, which are all gasoline engine only. But still, it is getting popular and slowly it start growing. Okay, so these type of model. So I am expecting our own engineer, our Indian engineers also, our Indian engineering, that is especially vehicle manufacturing companies also should start thinking about these things. How they will, when they will start thinking about these things, people like you join with the knowledge and with the interest and with the keen interest in growing this type of you join in the particular industry, then only you can make people to think about like that. And of course, with a lot of merits are there. With a lot of merits, high speed cannot be possible. Okay, and at the same time, it is very very economic. Okay, with a single charging 64 kilometer, it can go. It is having a hill climbing capability, so automatically, so it will be very much useful. It is very much useful. The next type of vehicle we are going to see. Okay, this is an electric one. Details. This is the same kind of same company. Okay, BGOT battery electric van. Okay, electric van is there, and another one is we are having another one is partner van. So what is shown in this figure is partner one. Okay, what is shown in the previous one? Okay, it is having a, it is kind of a 106 type of one, partner one and other thing. So if you see that, if there is a comparison, so in the same company there is a two different variant is coming. So with 106 and another one is partner one. So motor type, if you take that is that they have used a DC separately excited 20 kilowatt motor. So here also same kind of DC separately excited 28 kilowatt motor they have used. Okay, so maximum torque, if you see that comparatively a partner van is having. Okay, so if you look like that, it looks like a Tavera. Okay, so somewhat a Tavera or some. It is having a, it is motor torque is 180 Newton meter, and it can go up to the motor speed is 1550 RPM. Whereas the first one is having a very less torque. Okay, 127 Newton meter only. So both are having a matters motor maximum motor speed that is nothing but 120. So up to it's go to 6500 RPM. Okay. So if torque is keep on reduced, the speed can be increased. So because as you know that in the power, mechanical power output of any motor is 2 pi nt by 60. Okay. So if the power remains constant, if I want to go speed high, automatically I can increase speed. So correspondingly, the torque will be decreased. So the maximum speed I can reach with this both type of variant is 6500 RPM. So both are using a air forced ventilation cooling only. There is no any other liquid liquid ventilation is there. As far as the transmission is concerned, it is both are having a front wheel transmission only. Okay, epicyclic reduction to a differential. Differential gear we already studied. Okay, what's the differential gear? So that is only driving the front. Now it is a front wheel drive. So each wheel is controlled. So using a differential gear, I can able to transmit the traction power. Okay, so what to the wheels at a different speed separately. So that is how it is working in both the variant. And steering is a rack and pinion power assisted power steering, and suspension front independent with all these type of things are given. So, okay, so rear brake is there. What is the tire dimension? Maximum speed, if you see that partner van, it can go up to 96 kilometer per hour, whereas 106 is 90 only. So range, if you one time if you're charging that automatically up to 72 kilometer 106 type can go, whereas partner van it can go up to 64 kilometer. So restart gradient 28 percentage. Battery type is nickel cadmium with a 100 ampere hour capacity with a voltage of 120. Nominal voltage is 120 voltage and the nominal current that is current rating is 100 ampere hour. So you know already we solved the problem. Suppose up to what how much suppose I am taking. So you know now very clearly you have given with the motor power also. Very clearly with the motor power and as well as with the speed, how much torque it can go. So you can very well calculate how quickly it will discharge. Suppose a full capacity at a full torque is needed. So initially, we usually, whenever the vehicle start moving from a standstill to a movement, so automatically in order to overcome the moment of inertia, so there is a need of huge torque has to be produced. At that time, how quickly it will charge, sorry, discharge. Okay, so likewise, so in the normal running, how it will discharge, suppose specified that particular kilometer per hour. So say for example, it is can go up to 90 kilometer per hour. So say for example, now vehicle is 60 kilometer per hour for 10 minutes. So what about the state of charge of battery? Everything we can know. You know already by solving the problem, you can able to you can able to superimpose all the additional information available into the problem we have solved and try to realize the performance because that is the engineer's ability. So once you have done a trial run like that, we have done solved the problem. So afterwards, also, if any information, additional information that's available, without really doing that, the engineer should capable of realizing, thinking, imagining with the imagination power. Okay, so very importantly, the imagination power. Okay, that can predict. Imagination power means it's not going go wrong direction. So with the predicting power, okay, predicting, you can able to with additional data like this, we can able to predict how good the vehicle can perform. Okay, so additional informations like length, width, height, and weight and all is given. Okay, so here itself of same PGR to battery electrical van. So two variants are given, and they are given a comparison, and they are given a very good comparison. Next, we are going to see the General Motors. Okay, General Motors EV1 electric vehicle. When designing the EV1 vehicle, okay, so General Motors they used another approach altogether. So actually, the General Motor EV1 is a rechargeable battery powered two-seater car. Two-seater car, which is at the time of introduction represented probably the most advanced electrical vehicle. So they are represented the same as the most advanced electrical vehicle using rechargeable batteries. It was purposely designed through through as an electrical car. Okay, so a vehicle which is not a modified IC engine is a completely electrical vehicle. It was introduced in the year 1997. They used initially lead acid battery. For a surprise, they also started with like all other Indian manufacturing companies. Now the Indian manufacturing this electrical scooter, they are all moved to lithium. And the same way, they also started manufacturing the vehicle with a very fundamental basic type of battery, that is lead acid battery. But more recent versions, they have used nickel metal hydride batteries. Of course, they so now they are all coming with a lithium ion battery going to start. Okay, going to uh, come up with a new variant. Okay, so we have already know this car when considering the vehicle, okay, modeling, okay, and all. We already were very first chapter itself. I told, okay, General Motors electrical vehicle. So if you see that it is a two-seater, all other things are given. Okay, so they are used very purposely, especially AC motors, three-phase induction motor. So with the 1 or 2 kilowatt 1 or 2 kilowatt. So as far as the transmission concerned, so here there is no need of any uh, like a gear arrangement except a differential gear is in the particular wheel is enough because in order to rotate the wheels in a different speed and all. So the single speed reduction only. So I can able to control in accelerator itself what is the torque required, how much the speed required, everything can be controlled. So, like internal combustion engine, there is no any need of gear arrangement. Okay, and especially the battery. Battery when they release one, when they release one, now they are planning for another release also with other name. Okay, when the release one came, they have used lead acid battery with a 18.7 kilowatt hour. Okay, 18.7 unit. So latest release afterward they have changed the battery with a nickel metal hydride because little bit it is advantage one. Okay, in especially in energy density. So what is the problem with the nickel cadmium nickel metal hydride is batteries are there. So only is a self discharge. Self discharge is the problem. If you keep on okay, even in the ideal conditions, if you are not using batteries also, the battery will be keep on discharging. After we know already we know that okay, especially Toyota Prius we have solved one problem also within 5 days and all we can able to see so the state of charge of battery will be coming down. Okay, same will be the case, but a little bit lighter. Okay, in case of nickel cadmium it will be 5 days means in case of a nickel metal guide, it may take 7 8 days. So it may be reaching half of the state of charge. That is a problem. So it should be everyday use. Every day it should be in use. Okay, and first release is capable of going range up to 160 kilometer, whereas the second release with a little more energy density can go up to 224 kilometers. All others are mechanical parameters they're given. They're given wheel length. Okay, because uh, with the scope of electrical vehicle, this first okay Second, third, fourth, fifth, these are all the information data, information in the view of electrical vehicle. Okay, so this is having a very wide story. Okay, so wide story. I think in the internet itself, a lot of data is available. So what happened immediately after first release? Why they have moved to second release? Okay, so uh, see, it shows that how why General Motors are very successful. Still, even though it is a very very old company, still is they are successful, and they are they are adapting the demands of the customers. They are adapting reasonable demands with a reasonable price. They are adapting. That themselves they are modifying. Themselves they are modifying. Themselves they are modifying the technology. Themselves they are having very good R&D divisions. So because of that, they are able to incorporate the demands and desires, not only demands and desires of the customers, and they are able. So that's the reason why. Till if you see the General Motors means it is having some reputations. A very old company. Okay, so still giving a tough competition to the newcomers, those who are comes with a huge amount of investment started company. Still they are capable of being a competitor and still being in a very top positions of engineering products, especially these type of commuting vehicles and new innovations in electrical vehicles and all. They are able to come out means because of their commitment and also able to adapt the demands and desires of customers. Okay, so because that is the thing engineers also should know. So I have manufactured, I have come out with some product. So like a project or whatever the things I project I come out. So suppose any modification or any suggestions given, only at in this stage only people are listening. Afterwards, no interest or no any steps or measures to take, modify and come out with a advanced one. Okay, so the same mentality engineering, especially Indian car manufacturing companies also is having. Okay, so that is the reason why we are not able to come out with a low cost variant of electrical vehicle. So even though some of the foreign companies that come out with a 5.5 lakhs of electrical vehicle. Okay, earlier it was I think Mahindra E20. So that is a kind of thing, 10 lakhs plus. So now for some of the foreign companies are they willing to come and even they'll start manufacturing unit they can able to sell car with a affordable rate. Okay, affordable rate by ordinary people. That is a very important way to make it electrical vehicle very successful. Okay, so this engineering students also should know. Okay, they have to study, especially. So what is the problem is earlier people will be studying case studies and all. Engineering students mean they will study case studies. So company like General Motors, they have released an electrical vehicle. Then after that, they are going for second release with a completely without any change in the further thing. Only the energy storage system they have changed and with a higher energy means why they have gone for why they have not gone earlier. So a lot of case studies also is there. So very interesting case studies. So as engineering students, in order to gain knowledge, you have to undergo those things also. You have to study and go through those things also. Okay, with this, I'm completing today's session. So tomorrow we are going to see the Nissan Leaf and other important variants, especially Tesla. Okay, so Tesla variant 1, 2, 3, BMW. Okay, i3, i5, all these models we are going to see. So why I'm introducing specifically means you should have some awareness, at least having some differences. So what type of battery, what type of motor, what is the rating. Okay, in addition to that, mechanical. So especially the design. So the design aspects. Okay, when the vehicle chassis design. Okay, wheelbase length, width, height, and all. It is having a specific purpose, especially to achieve a proper aerodynamic coefficient of aerodynamics as low as possible. Okay, at the same time, it should not less than point 0.2, nearer to point 0.2. Okay, so that is the way we can able to maximize the efficiency and performance of any vehicle. So those aspect I'm not going to cover, but these things when we are comparing, when you are asked to compare all the electrical variants, okay, so you should have data. From the data only we have to analyze. Suppose So if I electrical vehicle with the latest Nissan Leaf means, so you know what is GM electrical vehicle one. Okay, what type of motor, what is the power rating? In release one, what is a battery? In release two, what is a battery? But like in Nissan Leaf, what is that particular one? Which motor is using? What is the power rating? What is the dimension? So that only we can able to compare. Okay, so with this, I am stopping. Is there any clarification or discussion need?
No, sir. Yeah.
Go to the attendance part.
No, sir.